Right now we have Tricky driving, and I believe it should be Edge on crew chief. Whoop, they almost bumped into each other.
Yeah, I like, I'm starting to see them starting to warm up their tires. They just stopped a second. Oh, that ain't good.
Already lost a part of their car.
Yeah, nice and early. Wow, look at the fat diffuser in the bottom of that thing sticking out too. So fun bit for anybody not, oh, that guy's taking a nap. Not aware, if you see them wiggling, jiggling around side to side, stuff like that, warming up their tires, they're trying to stress all the rubbers, get everything kind of up to temperature as quickly as possible. Don't do that in traffic. State troopers, I learned, don't like that. And they will pull you over and call you an idiot on your motorcycle for doing it. So
they know what's about to happen.
Yeah. Well, that's the funny thing. That wasn't the time I got pulled over at 135. That was the time I got pulled over going 5 under in a 55 for doing it.
Well, yeah, because that's what you do beforehand, so it makes sense that you're not like. I hope you're not doing that 100 something.
I was. Oh, that's fair. That's fair. No, I had just put a new clutch in my bike because I burnt the shit out of mine. Definitely not racing. And
a person already spun out. Good job.
Naturally.
We're moving on.
And yoink. And I look around and there's like nobody around me. I have like 2 lanes of clearance. So I was like, cool, I'm just gonna wiggle on the lane a little bit, make sure everything feels okay. Like I'm not warming up tires, but I was like, I haven't ridden my bike in a month and a half. I'm gonna sling her around a little bit to make sure I know how she feels and everything, and I'm comfortable. And then I look up in my mirror after I just send it like 2 or 3 times. I'm not even doing anything crazy. I'm staying in a lane, just kind of ducking from right to the left side of the lane really quick. And the fucking lights are on, and he walks up to me and goes, "Are you just a fucking idiot or stupid?" And I was like,
I'm sorry, officer, yes.
I was like, I'm sorry, what do you mean? He goes, you're gonna do that shit right in front of me? And I was like, I was just making sure the bike felt good. I haven't ridden it in a month. And he goes, oh, you're just stupid. Okay.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I was like, you got me, sir. How the vehicle is gonna react. You know how these certain things are gonna go. And rather than the mental process, in my head anyway, the way that I approach anything that's kind of immersive like this is that you kind of have to think about it and think about it and think about it and think about it and think about it until your body just doesn't do the thinking anymore, and it becomes based on feel and nature. And it doesn't mean that you don't have to have points or lists to memorize. These drivers know these turns in and out like absolutely nothing, to the point that they can probably run them in their sleep. But in reality, when you're driving and you feel a car slid, or if you feel, you know, your back end tire start to lose traction, or maybe in a turn like this, you feel the grip of the, you know, the curbs and the liners kind of change. And it's not so much, oh, I have to counteract that. It's just knowing as I come into that, oh, I just can, it becomes second nature. Like you lose balance. Oh, I just need to lean a little to the side here or there.
Yeah.
And it's funny how like, I see that in something like driving, and I'm like, how the fuck do you get there? But then I have things in my own life that I don't even second guess that are just like that. It's crazy how we can just kind of redirect energies that way. Driver's seat, and then he would be in the passenger seat with the radio one, so anytime he would talk, the hand would come up and grab the mic.
I love that.
I might just leave that one for him. I should actually ask him if he can put together a little headset one for today's. I'm not going to message him in Firefox. It's going to be in Dimscord. Because I think he's at work today. He'll spend 10 minutes building one.
Yeah, he is. That's why he's later in the night.
Nice.
Oops, someone just got spun out. I think actually Tricky spun that person out. Yeah. Because he was right in front of them.
Smooth, dude. Look at that. Dude, those turns right there are like butter. Yep, nice gentle brake, hard right in, nice and tight, and then straight through. That's butter, dude. Little bit of traction loss in the rear coming out of that, and that's it. A little bit off that oil spot, and he's fine. I mean, he's rolling with it.
And just for more context, Tricky is the team's coach and owner/sponsor of this whole team. He's the one that built up this this iRacing team, and he started a couple of months back. So they've been practicing pretty hardcore over these last couple of months. It's been very interesting to watch the team develop and the team kind of form and get to, I don't know, just kind of get to know each other on a personal level. It's pretty interesting. realistically, like, how else do you get a good interview, an entertaining interview, without it being a little themed?
Should we ask some of them how their morning movement was? Did they get a chance to? Were they regular today? Has stress? Yeah, has stress led to any irregularity? We're just asking them medical questions. What's your height? What's your weight?
I mean,
bend down and touch your toes for me. Great, and deep breath.
You know, because we have specific ones for 2 of the drivers, we still need the specifics for the other drivers, so we can do that for the 3rd one.
You just hit them with like some really deep cutting psychological shit in the middle of nowhere. How do you feel about the inevitable heat death of the universe?
We're gonna process your psyche now.
Analyzing.
What were your thoughts
You're
on
gay.
the 2012 world-ending series?
Where were you on the morning?
Why spend the time needing to like go out and do these things when I could just decide I'm done when I take off the head?
Yeah, just pop out and be like, I'm out. It's a weird spot, man. It's such a weird spot because it's like you're in it. To people that are in it, it's totally normal. It's a thing that we just get. But to people that are out of it and still learning, it's a totally different run.
Yeah.
These 2 are playing pretty well together too. Oh, 7-Up getting nice, but ooh, too hot into that turn.
Yep, there's the pit.
Yep.
Yeah, they're gonna
Should
be
we go to
switching and refueling and stuff.
Nice. Beautiful.
The little pop-up is so cute. It's like, I'm ready.
Yeah. So in reality, they have hydraulic jacks. They hit a button and it floods 4 posts under the car that just like it up, which I thought was super sick. I love that they put that little detail in.
Oh, there he goes down. He's gonna wait for the blue car to go by.
They might have regrounded and now he's booting too.
So the person, if they're sticking with the driver lineup as much as possible, this current driver should now be Edge. And Tricky should be crew chief.
Ah, yep, okay.
There you
Time
go.
zones. I see the schedule here. Perfect.
Yep.
I wonder what the
kinda-
pit speed limit is.
I don't know.
They kind of?
I kind of wish. I know realistically, it's extra framework and extra like animation that they. It doesn't matter to add in, but I kind of wish I could see them actually taking off like and removing the tires whenever they do a tire replacement.
Yeah. When I remember one of the first times I played Assetto Corsa, in VR. And I didn't know anything about it, so I got loaded into a map that I wanted to play in and everything. But my play space wasn't calibrated right, and the guy at the front of the pit just bashed me in the fucking head with the side. And I kind of looked at it, and I was like, I think this is my sign to not try to drive today. I'm just going to log up.
Because I keep accidentally drinking paint thinner.
Stop.
I'm so serious, too. I wish I was
Share.
joking.
I wish
Every
you were
time I'm like,
joking
"Oh,
too.
shit."
Jeez.
I know. And I'm like, well, how did I get paint thinner in my fucking drink? And then I guess I just slammed it down at some point.
Soup.
I had my buddy that tried doing like airbrushing a lot, and he was like, I have to do it so sparingly because I get such a headache after. I'm like, are you do you have like, are you venting it out your window and wearing a respirator? And he's like, no.
Yeah, I found
that
that
is
if you just kind of smell it a little bit more, the headache goes away.
Stop.
I just start smelling it till I get dizzy, and then I'm like, oops, time to keep going.
That's what I'm saying. It eventually stops.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Sto. I just made the cutest little cat ever. Hold on. Let me
Soup, I think, just made her new
Yeah, right.
her new
I
PNG
need to
tuber.
No, I'll always be a hyena. I just need to make some more batches of some more stuff for different games. Like, I made some for games that I really never played when I was streaming, and then I'm like, I don't stream as often, so I need to get back into it, and I need to make some more.
Can't believe I'm inspired to go find some capacity to make one now.
I thought you were gonna say, oh, up, come on.
no.
Oh, he almost saved it. That was a
Yeah.
beautiful recovery, though.
Here, let me switch camera's position.
Yeah, beautifully done. He took that like an absolute champ.
Yeah,
It did cost some times though.
Oh,
a little
absolutely.
bit of time.
but
That's the first real thing that we've seen come out of.
especially this team.
Yeah, the first error. Yeah.
We've been really going for a little under 2 hours strong with them. They've really kept it together.
Having an imperceptible perfection, kind of perfect based run, excuse me, for a sixth of your time is really damn solid.
Yeah.
I know. If that didn't send as a PNG, let me know. I know a website where you can just.
It did not.
Okay, I'll do that for you. Hold on.
Well,
Gosh, I'm hilarious.
do you end up having just to use the app to remove the background?
Yeah, it's a free one that literally takes like less than 5 seconds, so I end up using that for a lot of stuff. I make all my PNGs with that website.
Oh, dude, that's perfect. That is perfect. She's gonna love this.
Yeah. No, and we don't show. I'm not sending it to her.
I'm not either. No, it's staying totally hidden until it's on stream.
I hope you're excited for the.
All right, fine. I have to crack. It's literally just
image.
Megatron.
For the new image release of yourself, Sezwa. I'm so pumped.
I don't know why, but I just randomly had a fucking brain blast of a child. Of me being a child, getting the fucking Unicron Transformer and just being like blown away with how massive that thing was.
Ooh. Edge was fighting someone on the track here for a second. They bumped sides.
Fight.
But also don't fight that. That's a flag.
He's pushing back really well for the time frame that he had kind of slipped on, though. He's already back with his old pack.
That's good. That's really good.
I mean, he was ahead of the pack previously, but the fact that he's already gotten right back up into them, in another couple of laps, he'll probably have the chance, if we have the time before the switch off, for him to get back to where he was.
Dude, whoever's driving the Scooby-Doo blue car, he's back.
I don't know what's up with that thing. It seems faster than the other cars in this class.
Scooby-Doo blue. He's just gonna be Scooby-Doo blue now.
Scooby Blue.
Scooby Blue.
I'm wondering how much of that is to do with the arrow in that car, because it's so much. Whoa!
Oh! Good
shit, bro. Good shit.
Wow. Great job for Edge, just really keeping it together after literally.
Yeah. Plowed straight through that shit and just chugging. A little bit of a slide there, and that's it. Up.
They're spun out. It's good
that's
catch.
Twice.
Though. Good catch.
That was a great catch, but that's twice. I'm wondering if that's not a tire issue.
I'm wondering if they didn't switch out the tires during the when they did this driver switch.
Maybe. He would have warmed them up more, I would imagine, though. I'm also wondering, too, if that's not a... no, because you see the traction loss there, too. Something's up with his back right side for traction. See how the nose is pointing in? Yeah.
Out, though.
What the hell's happening?
He might have to go to the pits.
Yeah, something's up with his car. If you watch, when he turns left... from driver's position turning left, the car just ducks right into it and goes. But as soon as he tries to go right, it doesn't seem to have the same grip. See right here, he's kind of struggling to keep on the rail of that turn. But then if you watch him make the other turn, which I think maybe this one, you'll see that his backside, right here, his backside's already trying to slip out the other way. Right there. See, it grips, no problem. But then as soon as he goes to the left, it just starts to not work as well.
Oh, yeah, I see it. The slide right there.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if that's not suspension or grip. No, it's his rear. Look at... Okay. His back left tire, his driver's side rear tire. Right here, you can see that it's flush with the fender, but look at how inset it is on the driver's side. He had a direct impact, and it threw off his entire suspension system.
So is that some? Yeah, I see it. Is that gonna be something that
I don't know
if adjust, or they just race it out for the rest of the duration?
My guess in reality would be a replace. They would take that suspension component out. They would take all the suspension components out and slap in new ones, because his toe arm, sway bar, the coilovers may be damaged. Like everything there could be out.
Okay.
Yeah, because look at how far and you can see too. You can see the ride angle's not square with the front either. It's shifted. He's got more toe in the front now, meaning that the front of the rear tire is facing inward to the car.
He's on the straight now, though, so if he's going to go into the pit, he's got to go into the pit like right here.
Yeah, and you can see when he's trying to drive straight, he's trying to compensate around it too.
Yeah. But he's getting hammered on these turns for sure.
Yep. He
Let's
might be
see.
able to compensate for the.
Yeah,
Oh no,
he goes
pit.
in this pit.
Yep.
There you
Good
go.
call. Good
There.
call.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, no, because to be spinning out 2 or 3 times within 1 lap, within like not even half the track.
Yeah.
Like that's not good at all.
Well, and especially with the skill set we've seen from the last 15, 20 laps from him, or whatever the duration's been of just kind of plowing through it like it's nothing. Yep, looks like a swap then for the components.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what the time delay is on that. If it's calculated by default or if it's something that they kind of regulate.
It is calculated by default because I know for whenever they had a spin out in a situation on the race that I watched for Turkey back in December, their first driver completely disconnected and there was just logging issues and Turkey had to jump in really fast. Well, he had, I think it was like a 5 or 10 minute, depending on where the placement of the car was on the track, where they had to get towed and get the car back into pit. That way they could switch drivers.
I mean, I don't know. Let's look at the ingredients.
Can I not get chat?
Not a significant source of saturated fat, trans fat, cholesterol, fiber, vitamin D, calcium, iron, and potassium. No way, my Diet Coke doesn't have potassium and iron in it.
Oh my god, who could have guessed?
Whatever should I do?
Time to die.
Phosphoric acid.
I'm so sorry, stream, if my... Okay, cool, it didn't.
Stream, I'm so sorry that all I'm talking about is the ingredients of my Diet Coke right now, but that's all I can think about, really.
No, I had to switch windows for what was focused, and I was so afraid it was just gonna like obliterate the focused window for the actual stream itself for the sim. And hit the braking zone. It looks like they're braking a little bit later now.
I can't tell the difference. Guys, I don't know nothing about cars.
So
Nor
you'll
racing.
see spots up here. You see those traffic cones?
Yeah, I would try to hit those, but that's just me.
So that's a thing that can happen. Those cones are laid out in a specific way to tell the drivers when to start braking, depending on their setup and everything. So if somebody comes by and knocks those out, you're kind of shit out of luck.
Oh, I'd do it on purpose then.
Yeah, that's kind of the mind game that'll be coming up later, is that people will start to get
Oh.
really emotional and start acting out instead of trying to stay
I want to
contained.
see that happen.
Yeah.
If any of you can pass this message along to the drivers, y'all need to start crashing out immediately. I want to see some blood on the fucking.
Says do not fucking crash out. I don't know if they're all listening or not, but Says is the one that's been responsive to us in Discord, and now I'm afraid.
Honestly, you've earned that crash out, Diva. Do it.
I don't think Says was interested in the Quinset. Where was that even at? Was that in team chat?
I don't know.
Oh no, it was over here.
Diet Dr. Pepper versus Diet Coke. Oh my gosh, they have a new Dr. Pepper flavor. It's blackberries. And I
just kind of want to get like 15 recommendations from people that read different shit and just grab whatever their top book is and just be like, cool, I can now do this.
Yeah, I can send you my absolute favorite series of all time, but if you don't like it, I will stop being friends with you. So that's a bit of a risk.
That's fair. You can send it to me and then we'll just never talk about it.
Right. If you like it, then that's great.
If I don't, I will immediately drink bleach.
If you don't like it, you just unadd me on Discord and I'll know.
You just wake up one day to a carrier pigeon.
And you open it, you like unfurl the little paper that's on its leg and it just says fuck you.
It's the picture of our Discord friend status. Star is up next. Sorry, it is Rally. That's right. I got them backwards.
Stupid.
Stupid.
I am also. I've had my due. I'm gonna be heading out. I much like Stoat. I have a few things I need to handle.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me. It's been fun. It's been entertaining. It's been very interesting learning about a lot of this stuff. I'll still probably keep the YouTube live up for pretty much the rest of it.
Sure.
Hell yeah.
So long as I'm not gonna be actually leaving. But yeah.
Yeah, no worries, man. Thanks for popping in. It's been a great time.
See y'all later, and good luck to the teams. And good luck to Tricky's team. Goodbye.
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 Dude, this is chugging through real well. Okay, cool. Pulling in for a pit here. I'm wondering if this isn't the driver change. We were at, what, 319? So...
Yeah.
Yep, 320 is the driver change, pulling in a little bit early, and it looks like we're going from Rally to Star next. Great.
Nice.
Everybody say good luck, Star, in the chat. You got this, Star.
Why are you laughing at me?
I saw that, Stoat.
Did Stoat do something?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't see it. I'm scared.
I think anyway. It could have been a weird thing on the system, but Stoat has the camera control.
Oh yeah. Stoat put worms on my plate of food. Stoat, why?
Stoat is the worms on my plate of food.
Would you still love me if I was a worm?
Would you still love me if I was a plate that held worms?
Would you still love me if I was a tapeworm?
No.
Why not? Who just emailed me? AliExpress wanted me to know that they have chokers on sale.
Ooh. Any good
I
ones?
love getting terrible knockoff jewelry that you get it for like 99 cents. It
Imbued
turns you
with
green.
lead.
Whatever. You live such a finite amount of time on Earth. Have the green jewelry. Who cares?
There we go. Yeah, I added a ton of jewelry to my my birthday list.
Oh yeah, I've been really into the rings and the bracelets.
I have a
saw my
hard time
ring
with stuff on my
collection, didn't you?
hands, but like I'll wear a ring or two like without an issue, but I can't wear like giant, chunky, massive e-boy ones.
I'm so the opposite.
Ugh.
I have a ring on every finger, and I need them all to be huge, and I need them all to be thrifted and antique.
I found some nice speak on his behalf, but that's another classification or another set of racers within the same run through. Same thing for the white car that's behind. Coming in. Yeah, see? It's wider this time than it was the last time. There we go. Actually, no, that's pretty tight. No, locking back in now on that run. They didn't have the pressure from the outside, too, this time either, so maybe that's why. I do, Stoat. They've been playing very well. No, we're fine. Whenever you want to jump in and shake them up, go for it, but I think this is totally fine.
Hi, Stoat.
He's got a massive, massive lead over there.
That's also how you get me in your favorites.
Yeah, that's all that I need.
That's how
man.
you summon. That's how you summon everybody. Just give them chocolate.
That's all I need, honestly.
Absolutely.
Oh, and I ate my chocolate bar already. Ow!
Yeah,
No, I
during
want
my
it.
break, I'm like, oh, I'm set to go stay in this house all day. I'm gonna be fine. And then I got an hour into my session. I'm like, I'm hungry. I want soda. I want caffeine. Wait a minute.
Yeah, the second
Oh my
that the
goodness.
interview started, I muted and I was like, let me now go get my Diet Coke
Yeah.
before I die.
In my break, I might take a 10-minute walk and hit the gas station down there. I was thinking of going to the gym this morning, actually, and then I wound up sleeping in instead.
Yeah.
Ooh, good save on that to cut out the AMG.
You prioritize your brain health over your body health. That's good.
That's
Yeah.
a lie. I accidentally hit off instead of snooze on my alarm.
I'm actually going to. That does remind me. I'm going to grab out my my chocolate covered espresso beans.
Ooh.
I had an espresso martini for the first time a couple months ago, and I didn't know it was a sipping drink, and I pounded it. And then I went to Kohl's, and I was in that Kohl's. I was feeling some sort of way in that Kohl's. It was awesome.
That's awesome. I've seen some funny interactions with people who like tried, like you ask them like, oh, have you ever tried an espresso martini? The few stories we hear is like there's three scenarios. The one that you just described was one.
Just pounding a sip and drink,
Just pounding in one go. Second one was they take one sip and immediately just like, no, this is not my drink.
I thought it was delicious.
Mm-hmm. And then the last scenario is somebody drinks it very slowly to the point where they feel like they're on an LSD trip.
What?
Yeah. You
Okay,
gotta be
that's
careful
the
with those sip and drinks. I swear. I did the same thing with a Cosmo because I never had one before.
Oh.
And they give it to me in like a tiny martini glass, and I'm like, this isn't that much liquor, and I just literally threw it back and it was gone.
Milk said that the CEO was asking them for $200 gift cards to Amazon.
Yeah, send him the zip bomb.
I was like, yes, the CEO needing the gift cards.
Just go, yes, click this link. We just registered them. Uh-oh.
Yep. Ugh.
Oh
you
no!
go. Oh,
Oh, you
recover.
fixed it.
There you
That's
go.
good.
That was a good save, yeah.
That's a good recovery. That is a very good recovery.
That's visually, like to us, that's not a crazy corner, but that line of retaining grip through there, but also maximizing your speed through it is so fucking
It's
fine.
hard.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And if I don't know what their sim setups are looking like, but if they don't have some form of a momentum shift or anything like that, catching that with just visuals is almost impossible.
And it would also lead to an easy crash if they're not careful with alignment as well.
Yeah,
It
this
is
is
something of hard effort.
even still with how long it's been going. I mean, this is still complete mastery of the car.
Yeah.
Exactly.
How long has it been? Yeah, 3 hours.
4
now?
hours.
4 hours.
I think 4 hours. Yeah,
about
it's been 4
4
hours.
in, yeah, including qualifier.
I would be
Yep.
exhausted by now. I'd be like, get me out of this damn car.
This is what, driver number 4, I believe. Where's my sheet?
Yes, I think so. Let me
time
check. Let me check my thing.
Oh yeah, we're coming
I
up
think
on
it is.
another
Yep.
swap here. We're going to be getting Rally back in a moment.
Oh, wonderful. Who is the one driving though, specifically, right at this second?
Star is right now, I believe.
I was about
Oh,
to
it
say,
is.
sorry.
I must tease him afterwards. He was so excited. He was like, "Blue, listen, you gotta come and do this." And I was like, "Oh, I'll think about it. It depends if I'm busy or not." And then I was originally planning on doing D&D today, but I actually decided, with a very heavy heart, to stop the campaign that I was running as a DM. It broke my heart, sadly, but it's just we had so many people having IRL life take up the hands, and it's kind of a scenario where it's like you gotta make a decision.
It's tough. It's tough. Well, and especially when it's a group collaborative thing like that too. It's really tough to.
Exactly.
We were talking about doing a campaign, but trying to figure out everybody's schedules. That kind of fizzled for a minute there until everybody's free again.
I feel like Says really gets me. I look back into the general channel, and she just put, "My soggy little man. I need a freak to treat me like that." We need to set.
I'm
we need to get Says
surprised
in
she
the
didn't
hole.
spam a meme to you called the mozzarella cat. Have you ever seen the mozzarella cat meme?
I have not. Says you have my
think I
permission to
have.
bombard me with mozzarella cat. It's fine.
Okay, so so mozzarella cat is that one meme image of that cat covered in milk.
Oh my god!
Because I have people legitimately sitting going, oh, what was it mean? Huh? What? What do you mean? Panics. But
Yeah, that sticker.
yeah, it's goofy. I love it. It's fun, and I've done readings where I've helped people come to fruition with their life paths. I've done readings where I've legitimately straight up told people, yeah, people are dying in your life, and it happens so long after. I had a reading where somebody did a private reading for me, and they're okay with me talking about it now because the reading's over. It's been over for a bit, but they wanted to know about their fertility and stuff, all that.
Yeah.
And I had a very serious sit-down session with them for like almost 2 hours where we discussed it and like went over it
Yeah.
with my reading and such, and it helped them so much, and I was so proud of myself
love
over
that.
it.
Very nice.
Yeah. It's always so nice when you can like genuinely help people whenever you're
Yeah.
doing readings like that. Like it is crazy and wild. And I I've had a few also where I just like, I personally also walk away from it from being like, damn, that was a like.
Holy, yeah.
It's
No,
an interesting reading. Next, check, please.
I've had a few that are. Jasmine did one. Oh,
It says she's like, tell me when I can open my eyes.
I just accidentally had stayed muted for a hot minute. On the exact things you need to.
Exactly.
It is that regrounding call.
Mm-hmm. Hey, and we are barely in the year, so this is probably a good chance to try to straighten out some of your future stuff.
Especially
That's a perfect
early.
thing.
Yeah, especially early. Donut, what are you doing?
Especially since this reading specifically called out this year.
Donut.
It's definitely
Yeah.
something
Ooh.
you gotta look into.
Oh shit.
They just
Yeah.
tap.
Yeah, a little love tap.
A little laptop.
Donut
Both
has been
cars look
sitting
fine, though.
staring out the window.
Little hit damage.
Emotional damage.
Emotional damage. Mew.
But no, don't take it as a bad thing. Honestly, it's good that you've technically gotten a small little nudge like this because it allows you to try to reconsider and redirect your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Especially as early on as we are.
I have yet to ever come across a quote unquote bad fortune one, because every one of them are not.
Yeah.
This is happening. Every one of them where it is like a push thing.
It's
like
informative.
It's informative, and it's a chance to catch early. It's a warning. It's a cautionary tale of like, hey, just think of what might be weighing you down. Spend some time processing it when it is time, and then good.
Mm-hmm.
What I out of context, not connecting to your reading at all. Anytime I've gotten a pentacle card, it's like, oh, shit's for real now. Because those cards specifically, the pentacles, I've connected to. These cards basically represent a lot of, we're gonna punch you in the face with your truth, and you're gonna understand it clearly. Okay?
They're very
we're good.
hand-fisted.
Punch.
Hi, Donut. I would turn my camera on for everyone to see, but Donut here says hello as he very.
Hi, Donut.
Hi, Donut.
Everybody says hi to you. Everybody loves you.
Which says if you want to.
Travis is a fucking riot. We should have gotten him in here too. That would have been fun as hell.
Yeah.
I mean, if this goes again, we got the 24-hour one, the potential 24-hour one that we'll definitely need help on.
Super depressed.
Ho, 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 ho!
Great
reaction. Holy.
Well, that's a good one. Phew, Jesus. Bless me.
you.
Does it have to be him
rewatching it on
doing it,
YouTube.
Or...
Ooh.
That yellow car seems like it is out to get our driver.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's right up on him.
Says was it hi to herself.
It's kind of concerning when you see a car do a weird spin out like that. Almost try hitting two of the cars and then starts trying to bumper one of the cars that tries to hit. So that's concerning.
Mm-hmm. That's not even someone that's in the same like league as ours because they have a different car.
Yeah.
So like, why are you even trying to mess with the car outside of it?
Exactly. It drastically brings into question that driver's possible sanity. Are they okay? Do they need help? What is going on?
Are they held at gunpoint?
Also, I loved how smoothly that transition was between that little zigzag. They just went straight through. That was nice. I love that. There was barely any like shifting, nothing. It was smooth driving.
We're up to 14 position as well.
Ooh,
Gorgeous.
very good.
I think this is almost as high as we've been. I think we were at 12 at one point, Tricky said.
We got some good standing, so that's very good.
Yeah.
And that's more so what I mean is like if that's not the thing keeping it going, and instead of just being like I have to go and push through everything as fast, but it's more so of like, cool, I can trim here, I can trim here, I can trim here until it just kind of happens.
I am, however, curious when he sees the chance of actually going for the pass, because of course it's very good to save those resources, but you're getting to a point, of course, where you're like, okay, yeah, we saved enough now, we actually need to make a move, otherwise, you know,
Yeah.
you're just losing time. So
I wonder how you find that balance.
exactly, sounds very difficult.
You should have seen it earlier. There is some heavy aggression that was happening with all of the new players that they switched out on drivers. I shouldn't say new players, new drivers. On the first driver switch. Like, when our second driver went into place, he immediately had to deal with just everyone trying to like crash into each other or like trying to overtake, and it was just a hard aggression the end for like the first, I want to say 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Because was this like an open event for people all to join, or was this like actual like people are playing this game quite a lot and therefore you get asked to join this tournament?
I think it was. Go ahead.
It's pretty open. You just gotta have a team, yeah, and you gotta have everyone be able to qualify, and then you can register. And Tricky let us know, I think last night, that they don't open up registration until an hour before the race.
That would explain the new players.
I gotta switch up camera position. I'm starting to get like
fancy.
I would like to be the driver that had to deal with that.
I know. Thankfully, though, it happened just before they were supposed to like do a driver shift, anyways. So, he had to cut his amount of laps down a little bit. But they were able to do a shift, which I think is honestly like the prime time that it could have happened, in my opinion.
I agree. I don't think you want to race with that like for laps and laps on end. Wanna see one? Wanna see what?
Want to see what? Oh, chat. Want to see one? One of what? A spin out? You just go over to Tricky and just purposely spin him out.
Let's not do that. Let's not do that.
Tell Tricky to spin someone else out.
Also, is there like an average amount of laps that drivers drive per turn, so to say?
I know they have to do a minimum of 25 laps.
Okay, before they're even allowed to switch the drivers.
No, not to switch, just in general for the whole race. So I don't know the other constraints of like how, Says can definitely fact check. I don't know how, like if they have any restrictions of how long a driver could be behind the wheel before they have to change or what. But just all in all, each driver has to do 25 at the bare minimum.
Okay, got it. But every driver takes several turns, right? If I understand correctly.
Yeah, the way that Tricky had scheduled it, 2 of our drivers do 2 of the sessions. Right now, there's only one driver that is not going to be coming back because he's already done his stints. Everyone else has at least... let me double check before I say this incorrectly. Ooh! Okay, so yeah, Star is the next one that's going to be coming up, I believe, here in about 20-ish minutes. And this is his last driver stint.
Okay. And how long have they been racing for so far?
The race has been going on for about... let me go to the stream.
Also, it looks a bit like the sunset is setting in right now on the track. It's getting slowly darker.
That's going to be interesting. I didn't even think about that as like something that they're going to have to do with this nighttime driving.
I'm curious what it will look like if the track itself has some pretty lights as well while they're driving.
Okay, good. It's still showing that.
Oh, making a move on the inside. Can he hold it? This is not working, by the way, because I'm commenting over the fucking YouTube stream. That's not the best.
You gotta go to the Discord. Watch the
Yeah.
Discord stream.
I have it open on the other screen, but I was just because I was looking at chat. I was also looking at the stream. So.
No, that's fair.
But it looks like he made it stick on the inside and made the move.
So the stream has been going for a little over 6 hours, and I think we started maybe 10 minutes before the actual... Oh my god.
Oh, huge crash! The two hypercars hitting each other. Or at least one hypercar got off. It all happened right behind our driver, but he just got away on... How do you call this in English? Like, he just got away, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, barely got out without a scratch.
It seems like we're looking at the same lineup of drivers right now for quite some laps already. Nobody's making a move on the other one. I don't know if the driver switch is coming up for all of them, but that could explain why nobody's making big moves right now.
I know for a fact it's definitely for us. Tricky's got a couple more laps, I think, to put in. Maybe 1 or 2. We'll see. But we'll know once he starts hitting that pit.
Oh, and Tricky, don't spin out.
Knock on wood. Don't curse so.
Nah, I think he got this.
Yeah, no, he definitely does. He's such a strong driver for sure. Such a strong driver.
Let's see, it's around $7.80 for 1 month. 3 months is $20. 1 year is $66, and 2 years is $120 for iRacing.
Okay. Let me see if I can't. Oh, there he goes. He's going into the pit.
Well, you drove amazingly, and I'm sure that our next driver is also gonna do amazing, because let's be honest, it's G&L Racing now. We have standards.
We have standards. I love it. Okay, they just switched over to Star, who was the crew chief for Tricky, and then now Edge will be the crew chief for Star, and it looks like they might have just replaced the tires, because I think I just saw it plop back down in the corner of my eye. Curious to see how many spots we'll have to, like, how many spots we'll be in, or what spot we'll be in whenever we get out of this pit stop.
I'm curious if the bumper is fixed as well. The back bumper, that doesn't seem to be fixed. No.
No,
Does
I guess
it mean they'll have to drive with that for the entirety of the race?
for this duration, yeah, they do have the opportunity to say yay or nay on if the vehicle does get fixed or not. The only thing that they can mostly control is like the tires and the full input. Anything beyond that, if it's a fixture to the car, it pretty much just does all the fixes. You have the option to pull out a little early, from the conversation that we had, if I'm understanding properly, but I guess it's, like, it didn't seem to damage the internals very much for this, so it seems like they're moving on. Not worth the time to spend on that little bump, that little dent in the back. And then as a reminder, this is Star now as the driver. This is his last stint
and he immediately has somebody to fight.
His purple car is coming out swinging.
Yeah, he's looking forward to it.
He's trying to think how much of an extra dent he can put into the back of that.
Yeah, exactly. I am curious how many stupid people are in this race where you're like, that just push you in your back bumper and just want to take you off. Little luck up from our driver here. They went off a bit, and that's why the purple car was able to pass him.
But he recovered well.
He recovered greatly, yeah. He could have spun out or just went onto the grass for a long while, but no.
And we have this F1 type car that's moving on. They're just like beep beep.
Yeah,
there you go.
the hypercars are just driving a race of their own. It's insane.
No, and they definitely are. Deborah. I wonder if, as you were asking before, if the logos that are on these cars are actual sponsors, or are they just like taking the liberty of just using it?
Yeah, if it's like a stock livery or if they actually, you know, get sponsored. I am curious about that.
I'm curious if it's the same for the track as well, because as you can see, there's a good couple of like advertisements throughout it, like right there. Advent help. If they actually do sponsorships with iRacing, or if it's just kind of like a, well, they're on the track, so we got to use it. Which I need to look at something real fast.
Purple car seems to be driving away from our driver. And it looks like our driver right now has some clear space in front and behind. So, a bit of a lonely drive right now, but it's okay.
Oh,
It does mean, however, that it can be dragged along. That sucks, but...
Wait.
Okay, I'm waiting.
Damn it, dude. I just realized I messed up on our third interview time slot.
What did you...
It's fine. We'll just drag them in once they're out of the car. Our third interview was supposed to be Star, and I just realized I messed up on reading the thing on here. Ooh, spin out for Star.
Yep, huge spin out.
He caught himself though before it got too bad. Ooh, that F1 just completely disconnected. It seemed like he stopped and disappeared.
I kind of missed it, so I'm...
Ooh.
Oh no, I saw what happened. Okay, yeah, I had to look it back up on the YouTube stream.
He spun out again.
He got hit in the back by another car, like at full force. Somebody drove into the back of his car. He was, our driver was driving spectacularly, nothing wrong with it. And there was just another driver that, I don't know, was blind, I guess, because he really just drove into the back of his car.
Yeah, it's all pre-calculated depending on what parts are needing to be fixed and how many parts need to get fixed.
And that clash was hard. The collision was hard, so...
And we already have a dent too, so it got even.
Welcome back.
Oh, there we go. You missed it.
Yeah, good job.
We had a pretty big crash.
Yeah.
So I think we just finished getting out of our repair time, though we're bouncing a little bit. That's a little weird.
It's good to see our team rolling again.
But now the issue is, well, one, we're in position number 25 with the bumper jumping in the back.
Yeah.
Number two, the tires and everything has to reheat up. So while we were out for maybe 10 minutes.
I think everything has been fixed because if I look at the rear bumper, it looks to be completely fixed. I don't see a dent anymore.
Yeah, there's also the rear diffuser on there, which I think we lost pretty early on the last one too.
Yeah, so basically the crash that you missed was they were on the straight coming over a start-finish, and there was a car that basically just drove into the back of our team, like at full force.
Oh my god!
As if they weren't there.
It wasn't even an attack in a corner or something. It was just on the
plowed
straight
right into
line.
them.
They just
Huh.
That was a very strange collision, and after that, basically, we were looking at the pit stop for the last couple minutes.
I've returned.
Welcome back, Blue. You missed a pretty hard crash happened with our car.
Oh no!
Funny thing that we're now talking about makeup, and because it has nothing to do with driving, of course, but it reminds me like these drivers have to drive for like 50 minutes or to like an hour straight on end. Are they fully committed to just thinking about, hey, hitting every apex, hitting every corner correctly, or does their mind drift off now and then about other subjects while driving?
Like, I don't even think I did the eye there correctly. I know for a fact. She told me I was supposed to put the bottom part closer to my eyeball. And I was like, no.
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, the bottom part really needs to go on like the... How do you call it in English? I don't know how to call it.
Eye fold. That's what I call it.
Okay, yeah. Basically, you have to put it in your fucking eye.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was
the struggle of finding my eyelashes was worse. So, because my eyelashes are blonde. So I was like, where are they? And I'm like struggling to put the eye, like the freaking like it's fucking mascara? Is that what it's called?
You mean you put on your lashes?
Yeah.
That's mascara.
Mascara. You know, Chad, take notes. I don't know makeup.
No, that's fine.
But the mascara issue, it's like, she was like, I'm gonna put it on you. So, to show you how to do it, I was like, I got this. I'm not a kid. Don't baby me. I'm older than you, like by a year, and that kind of stuff. And she's like,
no.
No.
Mascara is very doable.
So,
putting on fake lashes,
she tries putting it on. She's like, here, let me just put mine on, and I'll show you as an example. And as she does, I start soloing the shit out of it, and it comes out a lot better because my eye's not twitching like a maniac with her hands in my face.
But yeah, what Stoat said, it's called your waterline.
Oh, the waterline.
Yes.
Is that why it's wet?
Well, basically, I mean, because your waterline is,
I hope so.
Like I said, you basically put the thing almost in your eye, so it's on that rate, should say so. Yeah, that means
sobs and wants to be a fabulous woman. And I have a phobia with things in my eye.
It needs some getting used to, yeah.
Yeah. I'm tempted to put some makeup on tomorrow and try to get at it and try wearing it for a few hours. See if I can get
to stab myself in the eye, so when I do it tomorrow, it's not as bad as today.
Yeah.
Try out some fake lashes while you're at it, because that shit can make a difference if you wear fake lashes. That can literally make your eyes pop.
I know, but I think I prefer the no eyelashes, because like even with the little mascara I put on my eyelashes, I have long eyelashes. I don't know how I have long eyelashes, but I do. And yeah, and it's like, damn, you can't see them unless you put stuff on them. I may have to get something for my eyebrows, because looking at these images, like, they're fucking light. You can't see those bitches. That's concerning. I may actually have to get an eyebrow pen. Hold on, let me look up. I gotta look that on Amazon now. Add that to my shopping cart. Eyebrow pencil. That's what I need to look for. I'm gonna do Elf, because that's a good brand.
Oh, little wide, little hot.
No, actually, no, I'm not gonna buy it. Because I don't wear makeup often. If I buy it, it's gonna sit there, and I'm gonna use it only every once in a while. So no, I'm not gonna get it.
But
I'll deal with my pale eyebrows.
Yeah, awesome. He's making up on that one that passed him.
He is.
Speaking of sim race, so I'm not terribly familiar with this, though I have heard people talk about like their really elaborate, interesting setups. Is that something y'all do as well, or is this?
I am right now focusing on my paycheck to go towards the desk, so that's my quality of life here.
Just crawled into the pit to initiate the driver swap. Car just got up on jacks.
The swap is
Car just
intense.
dematerialized out of space. Car is now returned. We're okay. The new timeline is correct.
Wonderful.
Where'd it go? Oof. Oh, it's back.
Was that just a pit stop for him, or is this a swap out? What's the story
This will be
here?
a swap out as well. So they just did the tire swap there and then driver swap it now. So they're just kind of waiting for their time frame.
They're gonna have to warm up
Gotcha.
those new tires, or we're gonna have some slip ups. So let's hope they're able to get some good drive on them.
Cool. So we are now, let me get my schedule to make sure I'm naming properly. We are now looking at Edge in the driver's seat currently. It looks like he's getting up to speed to make his merge in.
All right, Edge, get it.
Yep, fresh
Yep,
tires.
yep.
We just saw them kind of kick a little there and get some grip, and then he just plows right on in, gets his space, and he's in.
Okay. I saw this swoop up. I pinged Star, and seeing if he is able to jump in real fast for an interview.
Nice.
You're probably gonna witness me tease the shit out of him in a second.
That's fine, as long as we can get a good portion of the questions in before that happens.
Absolutely. Well, I met Star and VR chat I think half a year now. It's been half a year. Jesus Christ. A half a year ago. There's the dumbass. Anyway.
The sound I made when it crashed. The sound.
My leg.
So welcome in, Star. We'll get to the crash here in a second, but just so everyone that's watching the stream is fully up to date. Right now we have Edge in the driver's seat, Sezuit in the crew chief position. Star just came off of the track and is graciously giving us his presence because I know I fucked up a little bit on his time slot.
Again, it's not your fault that someone slammed into me.
No, it's also because I hadn't scheduled these time slots specifically to be whenever me and Magnus are on stream, just so we're both here and we can both ask questions and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I completely misread the sheet, and I thought you were you should have been already out of the race by the 7:30 time slot. So that's on me.
Okay, I get it.
But we'll start off simple. We won't go straight into the crash conversation.
Yes. I need to get this off my chest, please.
I told them about the time you flew while we were doing the VR chat racing with Tricky and everything as well.
Boing.
Stop, you're gonna get me in trouble.
I'm gonna tease him. I'm gonna be teasing him while he's here. I promise you that.
As I heard the thing about you hitting Voltric with a brick, I'll remember that.
Ooh, looks like a bit of a slide there.
But he's getting back into it again.
Right back up into speed. There he goes.
He's getting some very good fluence with that.
So, Star, you are the 6th second driver that is done with the driving portion anyways. You have one more crew chief position later today. How are you feeling just so far in the general sense? How does it feel after doing 2 stints?
I'm not gonna lie, my butt hurts.
Yep, you know what? Fair.
Yep.
Yeah, your ass would hurt, wouldn't it? Joking.
Are you gonna be getting any extra cushion for the next time we do the endurance races?
No, I don't feel like it.
So
Probably should, Star.
does that mean that we're not doing dinner after then, or?
No dinner.
Like,
Well, yeah, with the look at flight training, pilot training, where they'll go into a simulation. The fact that people have been able to get closer and closer to having something like that in their home, there's a very interesting sort of mindset change that's starting to happen, where people are saying, I could have the practice for this, and I can take my own time and do it, and not spend thousands and thousands of dollars on just simulation training time.
I don't know, but even then, like, you got to think about, like, all the simulations that came before this to actually get to the point that we are, that it's so close to the real thing that it's perfect. Because...
Oh, yeah. Ooh, that was massive. That was a good off track there. That person recovered well.
Oh, you're getting fancy with it. That's the guy.
Getting tight here. Okay, no, they're good.
Yep. That pulled ahead very quickly. That was some.
That got a little scary for a sec.
Yeah, no,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
No, I
you
would
kept
say
that in there.
that guy has been kind of iffy all day.
Yeah.
Little squirrely. Yeah.
I should know. Oh,
That was good keep up.
Yep.
again, it's just again, we've been saying this all day, and the Mustangs just sound scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna take here and then slip in behind.
Right. Yeah, I will say that little chicane there is always kind of a fun.
I say, there's a cane. I absolutely hate it. I hope I hate that little chicane. I hate it.
I mean, you can see right there too, coming out of that wider turn and everything. Says it's still locked in. It's
Oh, definitely.
This is still feeling like probably like a warm up there.
Well, and again, also good spotting with Cricky or Edge or whoever's in there with her right now on keeping an eye on who's around her.
Yeah.
Like, looking at this, you can see this is just pure focus, pure skill at its finest.
Well, and clean lines, clean motion, clean steering.
Again, this is as I said, like, when it comes to Says, she knows the track way better than anyone in the team, and I feel like
it's a good choice. Nice.
And even then, like, I feel like any of the tracks that we're gonna head to next on our list, that she's gonna have a rundown of it before any of us even got through like the first corner perfectly.
Why have teams been dropping out like flies?
Again, when it comes to it, sometimes teams can't. Either it's because their team members can't get in at a certain time, so they get tired, or they end up wrecking the car. Or they end up wrecking the car. Because, again, fatigue is the main enemy of these kind of races.
If, in truth, if we're going to consider it similar to, like, real racing, for example, if you're going to compare it for that for a moment, if it's one of those scenarios, it will not be tolerated for that team. The team would be fully disqualified from stuff. Because you can't, if you can't be messing that shit up, it's very serious stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like, even then, like, looking at some of the teams and stuff, like, I'm looking at like Horus and Slowson. Like, we had one driver do 103 laps alone. The next one did 87, and then one of them did three laps.
Yep.
Hardly met the quota. Like, a lot of these, like, even then, like, I'm one of the teams that I said that that we're fighting a Sofo. is a team of 3, and even then, only one of the drivers, is putting in all the work, which I've been seeing a lot of in the standings. But like they have the top drivers actually like push themselves beyond limits, which I think it will tire out, and then they won't have the drivers for like the last sprint.
Oh.
Well, what happened?
Oh goodness.
Pulled in a little bit
Ooh,
wide.
they
I
had a
think
drift
I
on
didn't
the
see if she
side.
lost traction or not.
All right, happened.
She had an issue with her like wheels for a moment.
All right, here we go. They think they're gonna. Let's
She
see.
lost, I think, based on my
46.
estimate on that, probably like 20-30 seconds.
All right, 9:46.
Thankfully, though, it happened at the tail end because I believe she was going to be pulling in anyway.
Yeah.
This is about right on
Yep.
time for her switch.
Yep.
Actually, it's a little bit beyond her time switch because we're like
Yes.
10 minutes beyond. And
10 minutes beyond, yeah, because of your issue. Points.
Listen, again, I didn't get slapped in the ass.
You're a naughty guy. You're naughty.
Naughty girl. Naughty.
You naughty boy.
Listen, I was just there minding my business, and then bam.
Okay, so we are now switching Tricky into the driver's seat. Says is hopping out, and it looks like Edge is going to be Tricky's crew chief.
Yep.
Perfect.
You're not gonna bless your presents again with them?
Oh.
Dumpster. You're not blessing your presents with them again?
No, I'm gonna hop back in because I do got a spot next for Says next round, in which I will leave you guys with a parting gift of Vaporeon.
Wonderful. Do tell Tricky he's a stinky poopy for me.
Okay, I will. So I'm gonna actually, speaking of which, I should probably hop back now, see what's going on.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll drop you the gift right now.
Give my parting wish.
Yo, I offer to the council a Vaporeon spinning in a room with some funky sound. Alright, see ya.
Bye.
Yeah, it's just a spinning Vaporeon to low pass filtered Pharrell Williams.
I'm not too crazy, but I'm about to say.
That's not.
Is it the whole song?
I'm doing
No,
the
it's
whole
not.
thing.
It's only 30 seconds. That should have been the whole thing. That would have been funny.
That would have been really funny.
If somebody took the time to think it up.
It's looking like people are starting to leave a lot more breath in terms of the packs now coming in for
Exactly.
the night.
Yeah, spacing out.
Yeah.
So I'm almost done with those images. So who is it that's gonna set up the?
Me, Magnus.
You. All right. I'll be sending those in a second to you.
Bet.
You're gonna be blessed with a little goofy, silly thing.
A blessed goofy silly.
Yeah.
A blessed goober.
Blessed be the goofy
Blessed
silly.
Uber.
Meow.
I love my persona. My persona is just a weird thing. Like, that's the best I could describe it in its own like summary. She's got, oh my god, bitch sent me an Uno reverse card. This is probably what Tricky said. Oh my god, it is from Tricky. That motherfucker. Anyway, but she, ironically, one likes, like how I said earlier, even though I haven't been doing solo streaming a lot, I've been getting a lot of fan art of my persona, like that I do VTubing with and everything. And I've had some very funny art from some people, and I've had some actually very cute art, which I'm very grateful for. because, yeah. Here, I'm gonna send a few of my favorite art pieces real quickly that I've had fan art of and all that.
Dude, it's the same thing with Tricky. I was just watching really hard for a minute, but it's the same thing with Tricky that Says has. It's like it's like the tires are already hot. He's just on the fucking line.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, those are some fan art of my persona. A good variety of them.
Where's my phone? Oh god, my phone's gonna die. I need to get a charger on my break. I really like the sketch one.
It's my profile picture for like I think 7 months at one point.
I love it.
The little goober image.
That's
like no thought, it's empty.
Yeah, that's just me every day. I feel like I switch between that and then the cat thing. That's my the smoking cat on my Discord.
Nice.
That's awesome. I love that.
I don't know how I found that, but I was like, I just saw it and I was like, that's it. That's
me.
One.
That's me. It's perfect. 5 stars.
I'm very curious to see how this is going to go right up here, if this McLaren's going to try to overtake anything. We're seeing a lot slower pushes into turns than we're used to seeing all day, which makes sense with the darkness kind of coming in.
People are very concerned about their safety, and they're very concerned about if they're going to make the 10N. Also, Stout has been gone for an hour. Are they okay?
Yeah, she's fine.
She EP?
Yeah, she can crash.
Oh lord. I'm gonna have to swap over to like we got some...
Is this the overtake? No, I don't think so.
No.
It looked like they thought about it for a second and then decided to slip instead.
Yeah.
They're trying to play it safe.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, well, that's getting close. But again, Tricky's keeping it tight into these corners.
Mm-hmm.
He's being smart.
Out. Holy cow.
He's being smart because a lot of the drivers are going to try to get in the center area to try to get past others.
Mm-hmm.
So by keeping tight whim to the corners, it allows him a good path.
And it's basically clear for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was so tempted to do like uncanny eyes on the image.
It's like the SpongeBob, a little too realistic.
My uncanny art, I think I had to spoil it anytime I posted on my like groups or like socials. I had to always put a warning going like, this shit actually has scared people. Please don't look at this with your eyes, please.
Oh.
Ooh. Good save.
No.
He had motion initially and then he stopped. Is he just out? He's back in. We're good.
Yeah, and something that's very strange though, the way his steering snapped to the right suddenly.
Yeah.
Wonder if he isn't down to his car, because if he does, he may have to go take a trip to the pit real fast.
Yeah, because I'm curious to know if he's got any suspension issues or if it was just a sudden glitch. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like he's still got pretty solid control. I'm still seeing really tight turns. I'm seeing his line still sticking through, so...
Yeah.
It may be a little worse for wear, but he might still be able to ride it out a little bit more first.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
I forgot her puffy legs.
be curious to get some data off the vehicle and see what the tire temperatures are. Make sure there's not anything lost on that spin out, but seems to be holding fine still.
Yeah, I kind of saw his first couple turns were a little bit wider than normal, but he seemed to kind of be leaning at the tail end of it a little bit harder, maybe to just get a little bit more kind of push on him.
And here we go into the pits.
Yeah, into the pit.
Yep, into the pit. Hold it.
Yeah, some potential mechanical.
There's a definite mechanical error that we're probably going to see. But I say for them, I think he's alright.
Yeah, hopefully this swap isn't too much of a time hit here.
Yeah.
It most likely will. It would probably be hit with like few minutes penalty. So that means we'll probably lose a place.
Well, and hopefully it's not a simulation rig setup or system issue.
Yeah.
If it's that's gonna be fucking sad as shit.
That would be devastating.
That would be not fair on him.
No, he's put a lot of time into this, so hopefully it was just an issue with the track or the vehicle.
Exactly.
I'm hoping what I saw for the steering was just kind of the tires snapping as the traction on them regained, but I don't know.
Yeah, because it pulled him hard. It pulled him very quickly, which is odd behavior for the vehicle. But even some potential debris on the track could have been enough.
Yeah.
Maybe he was trying to pull himself to the outer edge as he got to that corner.
Just heard my dog scream. No, like the bad kind of scream. Just my dog got context from earlier. My dog Iris screams for her way of communication, not bark screams.
Skinwalker.
If you scroll up in the side chat, there's a video I posted of her screaming at one point.
Oops.
Oh, jeez.
Are we gonna place bets to see if we have any crashes during the nighttime?
Oh, there will be.
Yeah. Someone
How many?
will be eaten inside of a corner.
Oh, absolutely. Or we're gonna lose somebody through a barricade.
How many we putting down?
I got 5 chicken nuggets that says we lose 2 people in the next half hour.
I have 4 packets of mild hot sauce from Taco Bell and an Ambien.
Oh, okay. I raise you that Ambien on a Klonopin that we in the next hour somebody is going to go and completely obliterate their car. I've got a feeling we've got some driver changes that'll start happening, but they haven't had time to acclimate to this night driving. Somebody's going to come in hot through one of those corners.
Yeah.
Especially these last 2 right here at the coming back across the
there it goes.
Right there, and there goes.
No. Oh, good save. He keeps going. He keeps going. The other one swiped a little bit.
And that was just bad.
Oh my god, dude!
And again, behind him, did you see that? There were 3 or 4 behind him that just caused that.
Yeah, there is someone that just wasn't paying attention and tried to squeeze in between him and the wall without.
I'm watching this replay here, and in tight, so around that second corner and across that final straight, and they cut hard left into Tricky, trying to get to the center of the track, and just completely spun him around. Good recovery by Tricky on that, though.
Extremely so good. He barely stopped, and the motherfucker's still going.
Yeah, but then right behind all of that, still coming out of that final corner, 3 or 4 more cars, all just spinning out. Something either on the track or somebody was not paying attention and hit that too wide. Of course, now we've got this McLaren behind him flashing lights.
I know, that's the other fun part about the longer drives is when you can find a driver that you can just
popped up on the.
Yep, he saved it though. that you can vibe out with and just follow behind a little bit, and then also like how you said, you can like weirdly just like work and flow through the traffic together instead of fighting against each other if it's a fucking race. Like, I hate drivers that do that. They're like, I gotta get more, and I'm like, bitch, we all do.
Well, yeah, and it's always funny when you get that person that rushed, and drove like an idiot to get in front of 2 or 3 people to then end up at a stoplight, and you're right behind them, and you're going, that must not have worked out very well for you.
That person is trying to flash Tricky. Yep, there he is.
Yeah.
You're in the same league. You think you're gonna be like, excuse me, and then think,
yeah, there goes Tricky's revenge flash again. Yep. Oh, get it, Tricky.
He's so done. You can I can hear him getting agitated.
You want this back? Here you go, you jackass.
Oh, you're flashing? Oh, I'm flashing. I'm flashing.
Look at him.
Just kind of, yeah.
The car is still doing it with the next one.
From Friends.
Yep. I think that was like the one thing I found very entertaining back in December.
That corner. Interesting.
Whenever I watched Tricky race for the first time,
and
hearing him get angry it's very odd, because if you hang out with Tricky on a normal circumstance, he's not an angry person. Ooh, a little in the dirt right there. Lost some time. He did that on purpose so he could flash the guy again.
Oh, dude, that felt like 3 whole seconds.
Oh yeah, I know, it probably was. But yeah, no, Tricky on a normal circumstance does not really get angry very often. So to hear him have this be his like "fuck you" type
of course.
instance, it was very entertaining.
True, but there is that level of that frustration that comes out when you've been driving, especially when you've been putting 4 or 5 hours, 6 hours into a day, and then spotting, and then on chat, on a video call or what have you, with your drivers, with the other team members, and just to keep your wits about you. The only thing you have left of letting out that frustration when somebody pulls a bonehead move. Nice tight line through that.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, kitten.
Thank you, Daddy and Daddy.
I'm trying to remember which camera angle it is that does the really good shot. Yeah.
That was one of the TV ones, I think.
Yeah, it was either TV2 or TV3. I already did 3, didn't show up. I'm checking 2 right now.
That's a good angle.
This is a good one, yeah. I miss anything fun?
He lost 3 positions. And then we saw a bumper materialize behind him, like 100 yards back, after a car clipped up the wall and then proceeded to go somewhere else.
Well, an update on the things that people are here to actually watch and learn about. My laundry is now folded, which is great. And I have one more load that is in the wash now. And then I have... Now here's the kicker that's going to get everyone. My sheets.
There's lap 2.
In the dryer.
Okay, but what was the lap time on the sheets?
All right, so there was a bit of a delay because the duvet had to be dried 3 times instead of 2 like I was anticipating. So that was a really unfortunate setback. But, you build in buffers for these and things like that. Thankfully, I was able to double up on the soap pod usage in the laundry, since it was kind of over the 1 bushel threshold. So I kind of saved some cycles there. And we're at an overall throughput, including the stream delay, at about 2 hours.
All right.
Tater has now laid on the duvet.
It's dirty again.
The duvet now needs to be washed a second time. We have been disqualified.
I caught Donut the other day rolling in shit.
Oh no.
The way that dogs do.
It's always the white ones too.
Yeah, of course it is.
Well, because you don't see it if it's not on white dog.
She's got a point. She's got a point.
You got me there.
1 point pro crusty white dog. Yeah, so he does this thing, especially when storms come out. Much like me, I just love like when a storm is coming in to sit outside because you can just feel it. I can feel it anyway. I'm one of those like my bones ache people.
Same.
So the other day when we had that huge tornado watch run through and everything, thankfully that's not the day he did it, but he sat outside with me in the shed all day, and he just sat at the door of the shed just watching the grass.
Yes. Storm.
Yeah, that was basically it. And then like a breeze would kick in and he would just point his nose to the breeze and it would push his majestic overgrown face hair in. Looks like we got a pit stop. Are we switching drivers or maintenance? Let's see.
Maybe both.
They usually do both.
Had one bump on a wall earlier.
It's
Not
about
bad.
time for Sezua to do her final. Her
Yeah, I was
second
gonna say
stint.
I think Sez is hopping in now for her run.
Yeah. And definitely need new tires because he was pumping pretty hard on some turns.
Yeah, they do tires every swap as well.
Tires and gas.
A joke about it earlier. Anyway, also, bitch, she sent me Uno reverse card.
Yes. Because you were calling me names, and I told him to call you the name back.
Kaplow. I should 3D print a reverse card to keep in my wallet for if I get pulled over.
There you go.
I'll make another one that just says, "Officer, please shoot me."
Oh no.
This is a threat.
No.
It just says this.
Threat, officer.
This is a threat.
I might actually do that.
Oh my god.
The back of it says, "I'm reaching."
I'm reaching.
It's just a hard card that says I'm a flight risk.
Your Honor, it's notarized.
Your Honor, nuh-uh. I plead the fifth.
Your Honor, nuh-uh.
Yeah, are you here to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Well, shit, I guess.
But Your Honor,
You just don't get it.
We find you guilty.
That's totes not vibes.
You stand up with your hands in your pockets and stump your feet, like turn around, like.
I wonder what that was for.
I don't know. They're falling behind, so it's almost like they were trying to make some sort of move that didn't pan out.
Nice and tight through there. Yep. There we go. Ooh. Oh, okay. Never mind.
That was a 204.7.
It's pretty good because qual time was 2:10, wasn't it?
Oh, for us? No, qual time was 205, 204.
Or qual standard was 2:10. You had to be 2:10 or better.
Oh, to be in the team, you mean?
Yeah, I was talking about it earlier.
Gotcha. No, we had set a minimum requirement of doing 8 laps, 2 minutes and 10 seconds or under, with no incidents. And it was kind of like the final test for everybody. And we had it set up so that everybody was watching everybody do their laps. So that way we upped the stress level to see if they were going to fold under pressure. And the only one who had issue initially was Star. We had recoached him through the week and had him retest on Thursday, and he did perfectly. So nice. it ended up that we ended up getting everybody to meet the requirement. But 210 is the type of lap that Sez and I, under normal empty track conditions, could essentially do in our sleep.
Yep.
It is a lazy lap, and so we went, if you can't do that, there's no way you're going to deal with it. There's no way you're doing this here. So yeah, it's we had to change. Says decided to change her teaching style to be able to get him to perform as anticipated.
Yeah, he was commenting about it during his interview. He was like, yeah, I honestly would not be here if it wasn't for Sez.
Yep. Yeah, she reworked how she was teaching him and decided that he wasn't placing the car in the correct spot. And in order to get him to do that, it was all about getting him to stop where the car should be at its closest point in the turn. And if you can stop there, then you can finish turning there. Just add a little bit more speed and go. And he shaved off like 6 seconds a lap in a matter of an afternoon. It was perfect.
Nice.
But speaking of, I got to jump over to VR and get in there, so...
No worries, man.
Good lucks and all the stuff for the final stint. I believe in you, Tricky.
Sounds good. Thank you.
May your laps be slow and boring. Well, fast and boring, but you know what I mean. Feel slow and boring is what I wanted.
I am already almost done with this. My battery's at 2%, so I won't be able to finish it, but I'm already almost done with it.
What is this?
The Revenge of the Flash.
The Revenge
Flashy
of
McFlash
what?
face.
Revenge flashing.
Oh.
That's what I've been working on. I've been just silently just over here just
Doodling it out. I love it.
Yeah. I'm actually really fucking excited. Once I finish putting in this yellow, I will send over what it looks like right now, and then I'm pretty sure my battery will die.
We need to go beg another tech startup to give us a job so we can get racing sims.
Milk, I have a racing sim. I tried to get you to get one years ago.
Yeah, but I was busy throwing all my money at a Valve Index.
Yeah, that's true. That was part of the racing sim, though.
It was gonna be, and then...
Dude, you just need a wheel in that little cart thing.
Yeah, I want to get I want to get one of the... I'm a snob, 100%.
Yes.
Because I could get... I could find the $500 to get like a G929 or whatever it is, the newer one. Yeah, I could find the $500 to get that and use it. But ever since I saw the... What company is it? Thank you, Google. Why would I actually want to see listings when I could see advertisements?
Oh, is it the lightweight one, the Beyond?
No.
Oh,
well,
no.
The Beyond headset would be nice, but...
Wheel. You're thinking wheel.
I'm trying to remember what company it is. That sounds right. Husingfeld? It was German, I know that much. I think it might... Yeah, I think it's these. Husingfeld. They are piston-driven analog pedals.
Ooh.
And they're literally just high-quality, real, off-the-shelf pedals.
Yeah, calibration... or pedals wired up to, like, calibratable pistons, like shocks.
Yeah.
Fucking lit.
But it's the entire module that you would put in a GT3 RS. Which instead of it being the piston output being fed into your hydraulic actuators, it feeds it to sensors instead.
Yeah, it's just out of a 255-bit channel. Or
and they're like $1,200.
That's not that bad.
It's not for all three pedals. Your gas, clutch, and brake.
Oh, that's not bad. I thought you were going to say $1,200 a pedal. I was like, that's for what I've seen
That's
for some
still really
racing
not
sims
that
going.
bad.
That's still not that bad comparatively. Oh, looks like we have an early stop. It looks like Tricky's about to hop in, and I am also going to take a pit stop. Be right back.
Are we gonna do another cycle though? He said Tricky's gonna be the last person driving.
He is, yes, but the stint got removed, so I'm assuming the time frame will still be the same. Like the last stint was probably going to take an hour-ish, like, or 50-ish minutes like the other ones have. So I don't know if those laps are removed or if Tricky is just staying in for the entire duration of what would be 2 stints.
I thought it was a situation of
lap count.
Lap count. So like they spent too much time in the pit, and it basically like took back enough laps to where it's not worth doing the switch. So he might only have like, what? How many laps do they do in 15 minutes? If it's 210 on average at max. Oh, that's my calculator. Yeah. Times 50. So it's 105 laps at minimum. That doesn't sound right.
No, because that's his entire duration. He's doing 100 and some odd.
He was expecting to have, what, 176, give or take?
130 something, I believe. I could be wrong, though. I don't fully remember.
There's a lot of numbers.
There was a lot of numbers.
I'm bad.
I wish they were written out a little bit more.
The number that I know about today is 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
I don't like that you said that.
What?
Because I watched the Creepcast episode earlier today. It was a repeat episode of.
I'm not doing breathing exercises. I'll be right back.
What?
I'm listening. I'm just doing breathing exercises.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, it was a 2-piece episode. It was
I want to
the
see
one of
this guy.
If you see me at the Glenmont Metro, please shoot me.
Uh-huh.
And the breathing exercises. No.
I'm feeling so grounded right now.
And then the second one was my daughter wants to eat a woman that shares her birthday.
What?
Awesome creepypasta. Like they're creepypastas.
Okay.
Short horror stories, amazing. Peter Frost David is the author of both of them. Awesome author. Cool guy. Shout out. Chat, go buy Peter Frost David's books.
Tricky. No, he's refusing it.
They're trying.
Mm-hmm. Tricky might be trying to psych him out right now. He's like just
and
in
here comes
his
the prototype car.
Uh-huh.
But the second one, the my daughter wants to eat a woman who shares the same birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Spoilers is a cool little horror story about a.
His lights are moving. Did you see that? About a what?
About a girl who was born pregnant, and then the one of the attendings adopts the baby squared, the baby's baby. Really cool story. Turns out she's a demon, daughter of the devil, and it had a lot of biblical iconography through it. And one of the big things was, as she got older, she became a scientist and was doing some top secret stuff with the government to try to develop a new power source. Something, quote unquote, went wrong with developing new power sources, and it killed her and 12 other people. And then it took 12 days, and she was able to come back. And there's a lot of stuff in the Old Testament of referring to the significance of 12 in terms of like people and time and things like that. It was, and of course Kyler now 12.
I think they only have 15 more minutes.
They might have 12 more minutes.
Because we started at like 12:40ish is when this race started, and it's 12:20, almost 12:25. So I think they only have about 15 more minutes left. Ooh,
Milk, you said something about a demon,
nice
and I found a comic relating that vaguely. I was going to send to...
Flash, flash, flash.
Don't pass me.
Well, he almost hit him. Like, he full sin almost tapped him and spun him out as he was passing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he did hit him. That's what happened. Yeah, I'm watching the replay on the stream, yeah. Yeah, he tapped him in the ass.
It's so stupid. It sucks that, like, the person that's getting tapped also gets penalized when it's like, well, that's not even their action. Yeah.
I understand partly why. It's a blanket ruling because you're in a position that resulted in it. You didn't do it. But more often than not, it would be something where you were maybe too tight on a line. You weren't paying attention that someone was trying to overtake on an inside line and you weren't keeping safe distance from another car. Sure, they were being aggressive, but it's racing. They're supposed to be. You're not supposed to hit people. You get a little bit of flack every now and then and like unintended points, but more often than not, I feel like it's reasonable.
There he goes. He's like, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you.
Milk, you said
this is
demon.
Ratatouille.
Not the Ratatouille one. Milk said demon earlier, and I wanted to share this comic earlier this week, and I totally forgot to. I want you to know that I hunted down the r/comics subreddit. I scoured that entire time to try to find it because I was like, this is just the three of us.